There are close to 5 million small businesses in the United States, and approximately 1 in every 5 is owned by immigrants. But in New York City, that figure is more than 50%. VOA's Bernard Schussman reports New York's immigrant-owned businesses.
Sewing machines are humming as these 15 workers at VCD Trading make high-end garments for women. There are not many garment manufacturers left in New York City because of lower labor costs in China and Asia. Now, with a new law that increases the minimum wage to $15 an hour, some owners say there may be even fewer.
Most of my workers average about between $11 to $13. And that's probably, in this industry, one of the higher ones. But now with the new law of $15 an hour minimum, you're raising the minimum wage from $8.75 to $15 in 3 years, which is 80%. I don't know how to sustain that.
Steve Hung is an immigrant from China by way of Vietnam. He is one of 70,000 small business entrepreneurs in New York City, where 52% of the small business owners are immigrants. His clients are niche name brands like the critically acclaimed brand The Row, owned by former child stars Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen. Hung says the U.S. government can help him compete against Chinese manufacturers.
If the government can make importing goods a little bit more expensive where the cost is not that big of a difference, then maybe that would help us out. If you're going to bring something in from another country and the duty on it will suffice that it's not as cheap as you think, then maybe Made in the USA will get a big kick.
Susie Leibowitz of a New York sportswear company appreciates having Hung's operation close by.
Women's sportswear. It just ends up being cheaper, faster, easier because you can communicate directly with the factory. You can just walk over if there's an issue and solve it. Made in the USA. It's a big selling point, and it's a really big selling point selling to international customers, oddly enough.
In New York, as in other American cities, immigrant-operated businesses give character to neighborhoods. This office is in the business district, or Main Street as it's called, says immigrant researcher David Kallick.
There is the restaurants, the grocery stores, the hair salons, the dry cleaners, the stuff that makes up the kind of the character of a neighborhood. And there we see that. So if in the country, around the country, there 18% of all businesses are owned by immigrants. 28% of all Main Street businesses are owned by immigrants. So they're playing a big role there.
There are 9 million businesses in the U.S., but their survival rate is low. Just 50% survive 5 years or more, and only 1/3 stay open for more than 10 years.